did amazing. Man, what more can I say? She's the greatest woman alive.
What do you think is next for Claressa? What do you think she should go for?
Whatever she wants to. She the woman in charge. She the baddest woman on earth. She can pick her fight. She can do whatever she wants.
You know what blows my mind is that you have grown men coming after Claressa Shields for being emotional. I just seen Punch Drunk's little video that he did on Claressa Shields, and he's basically calling her emotional. Well, no shit. She's a woman. When Claressa Shields react over certain things that are being said about her, she reacts based on her emotions because she's an emotional being. She's a female. And I find it very disrespectful that you have these grown men here in this space coming after a woman for being emotional. She is emotional. She's a woman. You know what I'm saying? This is the female who has never been given the respects that she deserves. Of course she's going to be emotional. Of course she's going to lash out. She's a woman. Claressa Shields is the most decorated fighter throughout women's boxing history, and no one is giving her her respects because she's a black woman. So of course she's going to feel some kind of way. And this whole talks about her beating up men. Listen, me, I stay out of that crap. I don't respond to that mess, because at the end of the day, when you see people responding to that mess, they are showing you guys that they have selective criticism. Because years ago, when Ronda Rousey was talking about how she could beat up Floyd Mayweather, where was the boxing community to protect Floyd? You had Dana White promoting that garbage. You had a lot of these boxing content creators actually advocating for Floyd Mayweather to fight Ronda Rousey, because it would have been an embarrassment if Floyd Mayweather were to go in there and get twisted up by Ronda Rousey. That's what you guys were advocating for. You didn't protect Floyd Mayweather. Ronda Rousey was running around here talking about how she can beat up this fighter and beat up this male fighter. Where was that same energy? You know, I heard Punch Drunk, take a dump at Claressa Shields for losing in the MMA fight and how she got humbled. Well, this is the same woman that's actually 2-1 in women's MMA. She won 2 fights and lost 1. And she's an undefeated boxer. So that's nothing to be ashamed of when she's 2-1 in women's MMA. Ronda Rousey got humbled by a female MMA fighter who was actually a pretty good boxer in Holly Holmes. She didn't have to cross over to get humbled. She got humbled in her own sport. Claressa Shields is a winner in both sports, again, because she's undefeated as a boxer and she's 2-1 in women's MMA. Her nonsense about her being able to beat up a man. Listen, I don't pay that no mind, because I know for a fact that she cannot beat up a man. But it's crazy that you have logical thinking grown men that will be fueled by her saying these things. I give Keith Thurman a ton of credit. I give Sean Porter a ton of credit. You see the pattern? Both of them are black men, but they didn't allow what Claressa Shields were saying about her being able to beat them up get them out of character. They didn't attack Claressa Shields on social media. They respond professionally, and they left that alone. And they actually left that in the past. Keith Thurman left what Claressa Shields said in the past. Sean Porter left what Claressa Shields said in the past. But you have these incels, like Paula Malignaggi, still attacking this woman because she says that she can beat up a man. This is a logical thinking grown man that cannot think like a man, and just allow this woman to be emotional, because that's what women are. They're emotional beings. And this is why I don't pay no mind to it. When these women, like I said, when these women athletes, go at each other, you're not going to hear me get involved. This Amanda Serrano, this Katie Taylor, this Claressa Shields, Alicia Baumgart, and these females that are playing tug of war about who is the GOAT. I don't get involved in that crap, because at the end of the day, the truth is that Claressa Shields is the real GOAT based on her accomplishments. It's beta male energy when you have these grown men trying to come at a female for being emotional when they are emotional beings. I'm no big Claressa Shields fan. I'm not, at the end of the day. But what I am going to do is respect her because she's a black woman and she's doing great things in the sport of boxing. Something that cannot be overlooked, which you see a lot of boxing fans are trying to do. They're trying to overlook what she's doing in the sport of boxing to then give credit to a woman or other females who hasn't done half the things in the sport of boxing that Claressa Shields has done. At the end of the day, the truth is, Claressa Shields' hate does not stem from what she does outside the ring. Her hatred stems from what we all know what it is, her being a black woman.